All right, everyone, welcome to this week's Wind Down segment. As you know, the Wind Down is our latest segment here on Breakdown to Lowdown, where we, continue a conversation that we've had previously on the show that we didn't fully get to flesh out at that time. And we welcome a previous guest, friend of the show, to have the conversation with us. This week, we have the lovely, the talented, the amazing, the beautiful, excuse me, Jessie Simmons in the building.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. It's so good to be back.
Yes, listen.
Well, just I released two singles last year
Mm.
with the music video, and then that's pretty much it. With COVID it's been a bit hard, but we're just out here grinding.
All right. I mean, first of all, we love the singles. We love
Thank you.
Fantasy. And then we had the video, of course, starring, our good friend. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you've been doing a lot in that time. And I think that what's interesting for me to see is that you clearly have been consistent in, in
Thank
your
you.
growth as a musician, which is something that I think, we can't always say in this industry. And that brings me to today's topic, which is creating long lasting superstars, artists with longevity in general. I think we've seen in later years that it's not as common as it used to be, where, right now we could sit right here and we could probably name off top some artists that we grew up with that still have some type of relevancy and, have had a long career success in different decades of their career. Can we say that same thing about artists of today?
I feel like it depends on what you bring to the table, because a lot of today's music kind of sounds similar,
Mm,
especially in like the R&B hip hop genre.
mm,
But when I look at I always say this to people, I look at like Chloe and Haley. They produce, they write, they sing, they arrange their own music. Like they're gonna be here for a long time because they know exactly what they're doing. You know what I mean? And
mm,
like the other day, like Chloe posted that she was like just producing unprovoked. Like
mhm,
who does that? You know what I mean? Like she's really a beast in the industry, and it's already like a male dominant industry, so I feel like
mm.
they will find their place.
Okay, so you think because like they have like kind of like that jack of all trades thing where they write, they produce, they sing, they dance, that is one of the traits of longevity?
Mm,
Yeah, I would say parts of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you because I feel like when you're a jack of all trades, man, sky's the limit. Like there's no ceiling, and sometimes the issue with some of the artists why they don't last that long, they don't reinvent themselves. And I think that right now, the era that we're in, the COVID era, there's a lot
Mm.
of artists we don't hear from them because all they would do is literally like drop a single and then just be part of festivals and that's it. But now there's no festival. What you gonna do? So
Right. How do you pivot? We
yeah,
talked about that. How do you like make like if something like this happens, the whole world is on pause, play pause, we're in quarantine, we're not in quarantine. How do you make money? How do you keep your craft going? It's like a lot of these people you could tell that they were not prepared. And you know what they tell you? I mean, stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. And a lot of people were not ready, which was a little bit surprising to me considering like I just the way I see how artists are supposed to be, you know what I mean? I feel like you need to have like some kind of contingency plan in my
mm,
opinion, you know what I mean? Um I completely agree with you, Chloe. And is it Hallie or Haley? I I feel like you would know this better than me. Is it
I say Hallie. Lord forgive me if that's how you say it. She's beautiful
I
and nice.
Chloe and Hallie. I don't know. I always get confused by this young lady's name, but she's, beautiful. She's gonna play Ariel at some point whenever they start filming things again. Um, they to me, like when people ask me like who's gonna have longevity like of these new artists, they're top of mind because
mm,
I, I mean I think it has a little bit something to do with Beyonce developing them and getting them at a very young age. I do think that has helped. Mm, And then all of the other artists that come to mind, I feel like they're not new. Like I'll say like Jasmine Sullivan, but like, is she
He's
like,
not, he's
is
not
she more
new.
new age or like I don't know. She's had a, I think she has a long standing career, and then whenever she comes out, people are excited about what she's gonna do. You know what I mean? I can't think of many. Somebody told me Ariana Grande. Um,
Yeah.
you think so?
I feel
She,
like
she's,
she
she's good.
definitely she evolved a lot. And I
Mm,
respect her. She had a really good album. You know, I'm not a fan of hers, but I respect the album. It was actually nice.
Oh, but a girl sings. I mean, I'm
yeah,
not
Definitely.
I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? I'm hard pressed to think of the rappers
but
that
I think Ariana Grande got the vocal skills that will make her last. So and she got the respect from her peers. So she'll
mm,
Uh,
definitely gonna last.
hmm.
And then
Where do y'all see Cardi B in 10 years?
she don't need that music money, to be honest. I think she'll still be there as relevant as ever, but I don't think it will be because of music. I feel like Cardi B, with the personality that she got, like she's definitely made for TV, or like I would see her in Hollywood. On some
Yeah,
on some
yeah.
ghetto Tiffany Haddish type of shit. That's how I see her, to be honest. And she's out there like we saw her with Bernie Sanders and all that. Like, yo, everybody knows who's Cardi B, from old people to youngins. So
That's true. That's
she
true.
she
But not
she's gonna
necessarily in the
last.
music, you'd say, like, but more like diversifying.
Yeah. So to be honest, like, yeah, she her the album that she dropped was dope, but I'm not looking for a Cardi B album, to be honest. I'm good. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like she's she's part of a new movie.
Okay.
Like I'll be like, oh, okay, all right, that's where she belongs.
What about the baby?
Yeah.
he's a fun artist. Like, but I don't know, because I think I listened to like two songs of his, so I can't speak
I don't
much.
know. I be throwing names out that I think people know because everybody who knows me, I'm on my old stuff all the time. I do know some new people. Now, the baby is one of those people like, but first of all, I like Little Baby. He's the baby I like. But even little bit,
Oh,
even
Lil Baby will last, that's for sure.
really
Mm,
okay.
yeah, no, like, and we talked about it I think in the last episode or the episode before. Like, I definitely think it's Lil Baby's era. Like, he's everywhere from hip hop, R&B, like
What
other
makes him
genres.
different than and this is no like shade. I'm just it's what's coming top of mind. I think in a sense I kind of see Little Nas X as gimmicky, right? Like it's like a fad type of thing. What makes somebody like Little Baby different from a Little Nas X?
I feel like Lil Baby, because I've been following Lil Baby since like day one, and every time he would drop a project, you see the evolution.
Hmm.
Like, and the thing, like, how can I say that? Artists from the South always they always start at -100, because we always have that perception that, man, these rappers from the South, they can't rap for shit. They on that
Hmm.
mumble shit.
You're not East
But
Coast or you're not West Coast, so it's
yeah,
whatever.
but the thing that people got to realize, and even like people like Nas or whatever, they actually gave him that cosign. He can spit, like he doesn't seem to slow down. Like, from the singles to the projects, like, yo, he just kind of consistent.
That's what I
And
like
to
him.
the point that if like he's part of QC, quality control, to the point that at one point, yeah, Migos was hot, but now on that label, we barely talk about Migos now. We talk
Let's
about Lil
talk
Baby.
about the Migos. Let's talk, because see, this is what artists they start out like. I'll be confused. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you spoke about it, Jesse, a little bit with the jack of all trades things that Chloe have. I mean, Chloe and Halle have. I think it's like you need to have these elements working together in
Mm,
order to sustain. And we talked about it, Clarence. Like the Migos, performance wise, it's not hitting at all,
mm,
at all. And it's like they're not taking time to develop these artists. Like they're just like signing people and putting them out and like seeing, how much money you can drop out of it. It's like a cash cow type thing. It's like once it's bled dry, and I'm not saying the Migos is dry. I'm sure people are still excited or whatever to hear from them, but there is an aspect that's missing that makes them all around like well-rounded artists. You know what I mean?
Um, because Jesse talk about jack of all trade, but people don't know actually. Yes, I would say that as far as it goes regarding Migos, on their performance side, they super trash. Like they don't have it at all. But people don't know Quavo be producing.
No, I didn't
Oh,
know that.
you see, people don't know. And in some of the what's the name of that track from the Carter's album? That was a single. I forgot, but
I
like
don't know, but him take
Migo,
off raps
the,
nicely.
yeah, but the reference tracks for that track, the way that Beyonce spits and all that,
Oh, ape ish.
shit, that's
Yeah,
all Migos. People don't know that. There's a lot of singles like they behind it, so they're
that's
reinventing
true. I
themselves.
mean, songwriting is a bag. It is a big bag. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
man, Migos are there to stay, to be honest, man. So I'm not even worried. Yeah, they're lacking the performance side or whatever, and even on their side, you can see the evolution. Before they used to do interviews, they wouldn't talk for shit. But now, like they cracking jokes, they just talk. You see them all lovey dovey in the news or whatever. They evolving.
That
So
upsets me a little bit that they even started off not talking, because it's like it just, again, it's proof that they're throwing these artists out to the lions den
mm,
without preparing them. Back in the day,
mm,
they would give you media training. They would
mm,
explain to you how to answer interview questions. It's just like,
mhm.
why don't we take the time to do that?
I don't know. I feel like PR has been not the greatest in the last couple of years because like artists are just doing whatever, digging their own holes, and then here comes like the upload video of the apology explaining whatever. Like we see it too much, and it's like, where are the PRs for this to be still happening? Like that
Oh,
girl Danny, whatever her name is,
oh my
Anyway,
like her, like that's her as a prime example. But like we've seen it numerous times where it's like,
numerous times.
where's
What's
your
the girl
PR?
doing the? What's the other one? The one she has a song with Nicki Minaj. One number one, Doja Cat.
Yeah, her.
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, well, no, that's funny because somebody did tell me that she was one of those artists that had the potential to be long lasting, and something like that is I can't comment on because I'm not too familiar with her music. I've heard two songs, the two that are singles,
Mm.
and
I don't know.
I
I just feel like music is not what it used to be. I feel like social media has too much of, okay, yeah, so social media has too much of an influence on today's artists. You can be like super
mm,
talented, and it's like if you don't have like the followers, nobody's really gonna check for you like that.
mhm.
Or like for example, you see something dumb online, like Daniel Caesar, who asked us to end his career.
He asked us though.
He asked
He
us,
he said cancel me, and
and
we
then what did
did.
the internet do? They canceled him. Like it's just so bad because he's one of the artists that I really looked up to. 'Cause, like he's really good.
So good. So good. He it's I need to take a beat on him for a second because he is extremely talented. You know what I mean? People dog his looks. When you're an R&B artist and your looks don't matter, like you're still selling the numbers that he was selling, that's when you've got something, you hit something, because normally,
Exactly.
they're looking at the Trey Songz looking type of guy, and he wasn't that, but he just had that extreme songwriting talent, and if I think if he hadn't said what he had said, we would be speaking of him as one of those artists with a lot of longevity potential. That's unfortunate because that last album he dropped, for actually forget the name, but it was the one after Freudian, and it was a very good album, but nobody paid it any attention. I couldn't believe how effective and collective the internet was. It was wow. Like they
Um,
really canceled him.
I feel people want to cancel when they want to cancel. because
Yeah.
there's some artists. There's two things. It's either we want to cancel when we want to cancel. I call that the part time cancel. We're like, we mad, and then after that, I gotta fuck with them. Like, I
Yeah.
like the song.
I
Or
think
we got the
Doja Cat
part
was
time.
part-time canceled. It was forgotten real quick. Mm.
Yeah, like
People
there's
forgave her too quickly. That I did not understand, but
like there's part time cancel, and then there's like the artist is so skillful. He got so much talent that at the end of the day, yeah, he on some dumb shit, but his talent make us forget that he did some dumb shit. So that's how I feel. That's the two type of cancel I feel that we have.
people
Yeah,
are
But
very selective with their canceling, and it's like
yeah,
it's looking over talent that
mm,
make us like I guess turn our heads towards something that's actually bad. Like for example, I'm not gonna
right.
say his name.
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah, him. So it's like that lasted way too long. And why is it once it hits television that all of a suddenly everyone is, oh, this is a bad person, this is a bad person? Why is like people just chase
Because
after the
now
hype?
they're calling out people. Now, the people who have been enabling it, the veil is lifting, and it's like, oh, you were a part of it. You were a part of it. Why did you? Oh, now let's do something. Oh, you worked with him, right? Weren't you in the studio with him? How come you never mentioned this? And it's
mm,
like now people are feeling attacked. You know what I mean? So it's like
Oh,
let's publicly make a statement. Now let's tweet about I never knew about this and now it's like no, but that's what people were acting. I'm like, oh
mm,
really? You didn't know,
mm,
ma'am? All right, cool. That's interesting, but it's almost like hilarious how much we pick and choose when it comes to
mm.
artists. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, especially in our community, we're very fickle, and somebody explained it to me in a way that was like it made sense. We're also very protective of our quote unquote heroes because we don't really get many, so I understand that, but it doesn't mean that they weren't on
Nah,
their bull.
we just need to keep that same energy. If he's wrong, he's wrong.
exactly.
Point,
Exactly.
Same
point
energy.
blank.
Keep that same energy. Okay, guys, her,
She's
Hey,
really dope.
yeah.
She's really dope. She's well, I wouldn't say she's been around for a long time, but like, we've all seen like her performance when she was like a kid. And like
mm,
she's talented, she plays the piano, she plays the guitar. She went to Jamaica to like discover a new side of her music. Like I like her. She's really, really dope.
She strikes me as a legacy artist for sure.
Yeah.
Somebody that's not just in it for accolades and charts, but she wants to really do something, and it's working for her. People resonate to that. That's
I don't know. I feel like she's
oh,
out there, like we've been saying, but I think we gotta wait a little bit.
hmm. What
I
don't
agree.
you? What are you?
No, I feel it's good to be out there. Like, don't get me wrong, she's getting the accolades, the awards, everything. But I, f- I don't know. That's me personally. I think she just need that one project that will solidify her.
Summer
Like
Walker.
her too.
If she
Same
keeps
vein.
her mouth shut, there is potential.
Hmm. Okay. All right.
To be honest,
Um.
Summer Walker, I feel like now the drama is overshadowing
Hmm.
what's going on for her. That's how I feel. Because to be honest, yeah, she dropped a project. For me, it was okay. Like I didn't gravitate to it, but I understand why people rock with it
It
and
was
all
a
that.
good
She got
project,
she
Clarence.
was like, she no, actually she had rave reviews,
Yeah.
but after that it's like, all right, what's next? But all I hear is the drama.
Mm.
So I need like the music to
Follow up. Yeah.
yeah to follow up. That's all I need. The drama can come after that. Everybody got drama coming with it, but like the music needs to be out there. That's how I feel.
Agreed. That brings me to my last question. Like for you guys, is like, what would it take to bring back the caliber of artists that were used for, the Mary J's, the Brandys, the Beyoncé's, how do we what is needed? The
Hmm.
Ushers.
I feel, man, it's there's two things for me. They need to bring that mystique back, that mystic side, and man, no need to rush the music. Even though like it's a microwave generation, it's all good. but don't rush the music. For
Let the
me,
anticipation build. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. For me, yo, the best example close to like a Beyonce or whatever, I feel like on the top of my head, Kendrick, man. He don't rush it at all, and he always dropping some gems, some cool project. Even though sometimes some people don't gravitate to it right away, but after a while, it's like, damn, it aged well. So
Yeah.
I think, and he's not out there like that. You don't see him in the news. Like the last time I heard about Kendrick, it was he was walking around protesting. That's the
Yeah,
last time
that's
I heard from
true.
him. So now I feel like the mystique and don't rush the project. That's the two things for me.
Jesse?
I think I would say because we worship 90s music so much, but it's like why not honor it? Why not add it like more elements of it? I feel like people are not singing anymore. People are just vibing on the beat. People are just like he said like rushing to keep songs under like 3 minutes just so that, you can get more streams. People are It's unfortunate that like we're more like gravitating over like, streams and everything more than like
Mm-hmm.
actually like what's the project itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people forget the beauty of making a project. That's why I really really liked
Hotels?
Jasmine Sullivan. Yeah, I love
Mhm.
that album because
Love a
there
good
was like
concept.
it was really a great concept. Everything followed the monologue. We don't get that a lot these days. Just monologues within an album, and it's like, and that one is like the hotels. It was our tales. Like
Mm-hmm.
we literally were able to. We were able
Everybody had a tail on there.
Exactly. We were able to just relate to it, live through it, and then it's like sing our hearts out. So, and like Jasmine, you can see that she's also kind of like following today's music, but she's still keeping the Jasmine, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm okay with it. Have you heard Ashanti's new song?
No, I haven't. You put me on the spot there. I didn't know she
Yeah,
had.
Um,
it's a
yeah,
it's a
like
it's a cool one. I like it.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
did she
yeah.
play it on the verses? No, Keisha played her
They
stuff.
I think they both had a new song.
Okay.
They both had a new song.
No, I
Yeah,
haven't heard it yet. What is it called?
235.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it.
It
But you
was
were saying,
good. It was good, but it doesn't sound like Ashanti to me.
Mm.
oh,
Yeah.
I see. I
It's
see. Well, I mean, I would echo everything you both just said. Definitely, Clarence with the mystique. That was gonna be my first point. Don't I, shh, shh. Like we don't need to know everything. Like we like
Mm.
bring back some mystery to yourself. Like you see how these older artists generates and how they're moving. Move like them. It's worked for them. You
Mhm.
can follow in their footsteps. You don't have to answer everybody online. It makes me
Mm.
lose respect for you.
Mm.
Trust me, it really does. Um what Jesse was saying with like just like keeping the elements of or like maybe bringing them back some of those elements of the 90s and like why do we praise it so much yet incorporate it, sing a note, sing with your like with your heart, with your chest,
Bring the passion back.
bring the passion back. I would
Mm.
love to see that. I would love to see that. And in terms of just building more longevity, I would love to see just more media training being incorporated, getting people ready for
Uh,
what they're about to face because it's a big mental, jar. It's very jarring. It's like, whoa, all of a sudden, nah, you can tell these people are not prepared. They're losing their minds out here,
and it's
okay?
most of these new artists that keep getting into shit. Sorry, guys.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I mean, Clarence said about four of them, so it's fine. Uh, but yeah, like you have to realize that it's not like, I mean, it's not Mariah out here, clapping back. She could, but it'll be funny, but you don't have to. You know what I mean? Because they're secure in themselves and in their talent. And to me, it's almost like you're feeding into a hater too. Like,
Mhm.
why are you answering that? They're not signed. They don't have any song on the Billboard.
And that's why I think that the Shade Room is a very toxic platform.
I mean, you're not lying.
Right.
I mean, I plead the fifth because I mean I be on there because I be laughing.
Well,
But
it's a toxic platform, but it's there because of us. So we low key looking at it every time.
I've noticed that people have come to expect something from the shade room where they can be their the ugliest version of themselves. Because I look at the other comment sections of other blog sites and people are not that mean. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
why do you feel the like the need to? How do you even allow yourself to talk about somebody you don't know like that? Sometimes I'm like, wow, like you really said that. Like you and it's a lot of hate. It's a lot of negativity on that platform that they, as Jesse was saying, they kind of feed it. You know, they incite that drama. So I definitely agree that it's not the best platform.
Mm,
Mm-mm. But I mean, listen, it's clear that at least some people out here still have sense because we came up with a good list of like, I would just send this video to any new artist and just like do that, do what we just said. And I mean, I'm pretty sure you would have a long career and be really successful. Really want to thank Jesse for joining us with this conversation. It's really fun. I could talk about this all day. I love hypothetical stuff because clearly none of them are going to do what we just said. But I would love it if you could let everybody know, you know, where they can find you and stuff, keep up with you.
Yes. So again, my name is Jessie Simmons. You can find me on all social media platforms under Jessie Simmons XO. You can stream my music as well on all streaming platforms as well, and be on the lookout for some new stuff.
I was about to say, like, but like, do we get an exclusive? Like, what kind of new stuff is coming?
So if you are following me on YouTube, if you're following me on YouTube, I feel like I did not say that right. Okay, yeah. So on my
Right.
YouTube, I've been doing like these studio vlogs. So I've been giving like the people like a little bit of sneak peek of some
Mm-hmm.
songs. So
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Simmons music on YouTube, you will hear some of the new music that is set to be coming out. I feel like I don't know, also like a struggle of being like a independent artist, waiting on people is really challenging, and it's like
It's the
patience
ghetto.
has been one of my major challenges for 2020, and I'm trying really hard for 2021, but it's like waiting on people is just so annoying. Where it's like you have all this music and it's like you gotta wait for people and stuff, and it's just ugh.
Mm-hmm.
But
No.
yeah, so subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will hear some previews of music.
Beautiful. We love it. All right, guys. So that was this week's wind down. Make sure you check out full episodes of Breakdown to Lowdown. Link is in the bio. Come kick with us and check out our guests for sure. See you next week.
mm.